And we're live. Welcome to the pop up surprise investigation tonight, y'all. My grandkids are gone. So, because my 2 year old grandson has been reporting creepy, what do you say? Man in there. Man in there. He's pointing. He's told every adult in the house that there is a man in the floor right there where the REM pod is sitting. Jess, if you'll pop up one of those cameras and let's show them. There we go. So right there to what would be your left, um, across from the ladder there, is where the grandson points and says, "There's a man in there." My older grandson has stopped spending the night here since like November because he said the ghost. My oldest daughter has reported shadows in this hallway. My husband has seen shadows, and he's a non believer, of course. But because of the shadows he's seen, he's leaning a little bit more towards there could be something to it. I will say a waiver here anything, smoke or anything you see going in the command closet. My husband is sitting over here, so that will not be paranormal activity. But we are watching this area of the house. We have already had a little bit of REM pod activity going on a little bit ago. So we got motion lights in there, the REM pod, and we're just going to be here watching to see if we catch anything. So we'll mute my camera and we'll listen. We'll be we'll take cameras, flash them around here and stuff, but we'll be listening in those areas for any activity. So if y'all hear anything, see anything, let us know. Jess is backstage back there. She doesn't feel well, but she is with us. She's doing a breathing treatment. She's kind of command central over there to flip our cameras around and stuff. So, welcome to the live investigation, and let's see who the man in there is. I am going to go set up a voice recorder. I forgot to do that. So, I'm going to mute my camera here and my audio. And Jess, if you want to, there you go, put up the creepy ass hallway there. Isn't it funny? We have a creepy ass hallway everywhere we go. But I will be right back, y'all. Um, gotcha, Jess. Rosie, I did not know if we were gonna, if anybody was running on Prometheus tonight. Howard did try to call me, but I didn't have time to get everything set up, get myself ready, and all that. Um, if you want to share the link for our YouTube or whatever in Prometheus, that's fine. Because we do the minimum StreamYard. We can only stream to 3 platforms at a time.
No, I did. I went and I shared in the groups and on the Skeleton Key Network page from the Spirit page, so that might be the best place to get it.
Okay. All right. And I'm gonna mute myself again so we can bring that back up. I gotta go find the voice recorder. Investigation of my own house. He's gonna put the voice recorder. Let's see. Is it right here where the creepy man is supposed to be?
Greg, we are in central Alabama, here not too far from Birmingham. We do, Robin. We go back and we watch, especially paying attention to the comments where people have said, "Hey, I heard that," or "Hey, I saw that."
Hey, I'm still working. Lenny wants me to set up the laser pin here. Oh, I didn't start my camera again. Hold on. Hello, here I am. Um, I'm getting ready to start the laser pin, and I guess Jess answered that question. We are in Vincent, Alabama. And yes, Robin, we do go back and look at this, especially if we think we caught anything. And I'm going to mute myself again and go set up the laser pen. My battery's too weak in here. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Um, my laser thing is the batteries are too dead. I wasn't getting enough beam in there, and I did not think about getting AA batteries or AAA batteries. or double A. Yeah, that's what I need. Anyway, so we'll see what happens here. That's fine, Steven. I understand you're at work. And Robert, are you talking about our cameras? No, I forgot my cell phone and Lenny's cell phone in there. What does the case do?
The laser. She wanted to know what the
Oh,
purpose of the laser.
oh, gotcha. So, and I swear we really did. We had the REM pod was going off earlier. We had it going. It was going off in here in the closet. I did use the Necrovonic app for a little bit, but you know how we feel about that. Um, is it real? Is it Memorex? Basically, so most of y'all probably are not even old enough to remember that commercial. I heard a dog barking. So if y'all heard a dog bark, that was. Do we have one outside still? I'm gonna mute here again and go check and make sure the weenie dog is not outside barking. Robin, what you talk about? Was it creepy? The camera, or I mean the clock going off. It's 5 minutes slow. We'll have to. Lenny will have to get on that. Um, so for everybody just tuning in, this is my home, and I know as paranormal investigators, we say we should not investigate our own home. But when you have grandchildren that don't want to spend the night anymore, and then the 2-year-old grandchild now that lives here, in the last 2 weeks has been saying man in there and pointing at the spot in the floor to the left of the REM pod there. He's told every adult in this house that there's a man in there. And he woke up the other morning and that's the first thing he said to me, man, my man in there, and pointed down there. So, as I said in the beginning, my oldest daughter has seen shadows in this hallway. Um, I guess I'm just kind of oblivious to things going on around me in my own home. But I do know that sometimes there's something. I don't get a kind of dark, nothing like that. But this is a 100-year-old house. We have renovations going on. Of course, that's why, we got REM pod activity going there. Um, so as I'm saying this is the part of the house that's under renovation. That dark room just behind the REM pod is where our nightmare began with this renovation. We had a problem in the bathroom and we just simply wanted to flush the toilet. And if you follow uh my Facebook page, my personal page, you'll see, it ended up we had to tear up the whole floor down to the dirt, and the walls were eaten up with termites so bad we had to take out the outside wall, some of the inside walls. So it's turned into from one little bathroom now to a 2 room and a hallway and partial dining room renovation. The dining room will have to be renovated at some time, but you know, times are tough, money's tight. We can only do what we can do when we can do it. So, but while this is going on, we want to see what's happening in this house. And I do have pets here. Of course, I've got everything put up. There is nothing in that side of the house right now. So that REM pod move, whatever that was, something interfered there. Hopefully, the man in there or whoever is there will say something in our voice recorder, or maybe we'll get an image. We had Chris Harmon on our show Friday, and he had some pretty amazing images from an investigation that he's doing. And boy, would we like to catch something like that. Hey, Tom, how are you tonight? So, thanks for joining. And I see, Robin, now you've jumped on the YouTube channel. Everybody, make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will be running, and Robin, while you're here, I'll tell you too, we're going to run all of the shows from the Skeleton Key Network on our YouTube channel instead of that Facebook page. So, we'll continue to share that link there and continue to put the word out. Everyone, if you don't follow us, our shows on Pun or on the Prometheus Net Productions, follow us on our YouTube. What you been up to, Tom? We hadn't heard much from you lately. What's going on? How you feeling? Did you kick COVID's ass and all that good stuff? And I'm gonna mute my camera again, and Jess, if you'll give us the sound back in the creepy ass hallway. Since we had some REM pod activity, and let's see what we might pick up in there.
You'll have to go turn down the volume on both of the devices so that they won't squeal at each other. You're still muted.
Okay, so yeah, duh. Lenny just said the same thing. You and him both at the same time said you're muted. So I need to turn down the volume on those. Irene made it on YouTube too. Hey, Irene. All right, I'm gonna go turn down the volume on those so we won't be squealing, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Will you stop it? Get. Let me get caught up on comments here, y'all. Hey, Stevie Wilson. Hey, Irene. Um, I'm awakening. I was trying to use my little infrared flashlight that goes on the little night vision video camera. I don't think it sets off enough light to do anything, so I guess it's useless unless it's on that video camera, which we found it to be kind of useless too. It really didn't do what we wanted it to do. We wanted to be able to stream directly, like to something like a platform, and it won't let us. You have to have an app, and you can only view it from the app on the phone, and it's a piece of crap. We have had some activity. The REM pod has gone off a few times. The hallway is where my 2-year-old grandson is saying "man" in there and pointing down at the floor. The hallway right there to the left of the REM pod. What? It's to the left of the REM pod.
He points in the crack in the bedroom.
He's showing me right here.
Well, he showed me and Stevie. He was pointing down the crack in the bedroom floor the other night.
Oh.
Saying "man" in there.
Oh, I guess he's reported "man" in there and several cracks in the floor. You could see this house is on just a dirt pad basically, and because we're doing renovating and you haven't put the flooring back down yet, you could see just a tiny crack. I mean, it's in just some areas between the floor and the wall, and this is where the 2-year-old is pointing, saying "man" in there. Annette, I'm not sure where you seen the shadow. I did see that camera kind of refocus or something just right then. I think I've got all the cats in here. Congratulations, Tom. Are you battling back in the courtroom again? We do have motion lights set up in there too, and we did test them to see that we will be able to tell if they come on. There's one right there, that little white square you see behind the ladder. That's one, and then there's another one farther back, and that's the bathroom straight ahead there. And then there's one in the other room, the where it says hall, where the kids report activity. Jess, you want to pull that camera up for a little bit and let's see if we see anything going that way. It's a lot quieter on that side of the house. Cool, Tom. Have you checked out any other interesting shows on YouTube lately, Tom? And that's just all. I'll just ask that question. What's been going on out there in YouTube land? I can tell you I need like a big screen, huge monitors to be watching all these cameras. I don't know if it's an optical illusion or what, but it's almost like I could see this camera moving here. Right, Tom, I understand we all got better things to do, don't we? Of course, Jess and I have been busy on the shows that we're doing. We've got 3 of our own now on the Fun Network, and then Jess is co-hosting on Wednesday nights on uh, Paranormal Swamp Talk, and I co-host on Thursday nights with the Petri Dish. Hey, Jesse Wilson. I feel like we're breathing heavy. Everything is so quiet.
Turn that light off.
Huh?
Oh, you can't turn your light off.
Yeah, if I turn the light off in there, it's then we can't see anything on the camera.
I mean, in here.
Oh, in here?
But the people
Eh.
can't see you.
Well, they don't need to see me. They can see me a little bit.
Now I can see it better.
Okay, Tom, I will send you the schedule, but I'll go ahead and plug it right now. We're on Sunday nights at 11. It would be midnight your time. Yeah, you're an hour ahead, right? We're 11 Central Standard, unlocked and uncensored. Of course, that's the show where you never know what we may do. We'll just put it that way. Tomorrow night, I believe, well, now it's tonight. I believe we're not really hexing, but we're doing another shut your mouth ceremony. um, and then on Wednesdays at 7 a.m., we do Cauldrons and Coffee. I'm getting all my names mixed up of our shows here. So, yeah, Sunday, 11 p.m. Central, we do Unlocked and Uncensored. Wednesdays, 7 a.m., Cauldrons and Coffee. And Friday, 11 a.m., Witchy Whims. And Tom, if you did not catch the show Friday, you should go back and rewatch that show. That one you would be interested in. We had a really good guest. He's the co-founder of WASP, a paranormal team in Utah. So that was really interesting discussion we had there. And then Jess co-host on Wednesday nights with Howard on Paranormal Swamp Talk. That's at 8 to 10, right, Jess?
Yes, it is from 8 to 10 Central.
Right. And then Thursday nights, I'm on with him on the Petri Dish, and we're also 8 to 10 Central. And we have some pretty interesting guests on there too. So, and I know that they do on Paranormal Swamp Talk too. So check out any or all of them. And all of our shows, the shows that Jess and I do, are on Paranormal United Network, Prometheus Productions, and Rosie, if you're still here, if you would plug in all those links for everybody to follow those pages, that would be fabulous. And then we're moving away from our Facebook pages as far as our lives is for YouTube, because we do know like people like Irene and everybody is not in are not on Facebook. So, and a lot of people go to Facebook jail and they can't see us. So we moved all of our network shows from the Skeleton Key onto our Alabama Spirit YouTube page. And yeah, Robin, I was going to plug you too. We have Ask Madam. And Robin, you'll have to remind me because I have so many shows running through my head, I can't even remember my own. So plug in your times there. We have Ask Madam, and then we have, is it Madam After Dark? She has 2 shows, and I believe we're going to be doing some other things on the networks where we'll be bringing Robin in as a guest on one of our shows. I think We actually have Mrs. Bigfoot is scheduled to be on our show. We have Mr. Ernie Pack from Waverly Hills, who is someone else who is scheduled to be on our show. So we have lots and lots of good stuff coming up. Um, Madam Mayhem Ask Madam is on Monday nights at 7 p.m. And Madam After Dark, is that right, Robin? That is Thursday night at 10 p.m. So Robin is throwing out witchy tips, um, other tips. You could pretty much ask Madam anything you want to ask. Now, you may not get an answer, but you can ask. But I think she's pretty open to ask. So, and then of course, all the shows on the Pun Network are wonderful people, wonderful investigators. We a lot of people in the background have been talking about some things we'd like to do. Bring the paranormal community back to a whole. At one time, there wasn't so many of them out there, and everybody kind of shared information, and it was a loving community. And somewhere along the line, that broke down, and that's not what we should be about. We should all be willing to share information, work together, because I think we're all after the same thing, to prove that there is something beyond us. And maybe one day, if we all came together collectively, this wouldn't be paranormal, it would be normal. And we may have the proper equipment and the abilities that, we can invite in our ancestors and sit down and have a talk with them. And, everybody won't think that it's, weird and ghost hunting and, whatever labels that we get hung up with in this field. So I know there's talks about a Fear Fest in New Orleans and in Birmingham. So we're all kind of working behind the scenes to see what we can do where that um, goes. And yeah, Tom, I mean, yeah, that's just a small fish in a big pond, though. I have learned, I'm I don't sit here and act like I know a lot of people in the paranormal field, because I really don't. People say to me all, "Oh, so and so," and no, I really don't, because I really kind of kept to myself. And my team, we have done our own thing, because we did have a bad experience. Our first, but I don't even want to call them investigations, because they weren't even really investigations. Our first experiences, with the paranormal field, I will say, if I would have let that be the judge of where I am today, I would not be doing paranormal. So, if you have a passion for it, it shouldn't matter what everybody else is doing. And if your passion is truly for the paranormal, then it should be that we do all come together as a collective. None of us know any more than the other one knows. It's all learning, and I said this the other day, and I'll say it again. The more I know about paranormal activity, the more questions I have. So there's no experts in this field. If anybody says they are, they're a liar. And I'll tell them that to their face. If they don't like it, then we could take it outside, because there are no experts in the paranormal field. So I'll get off my little preaching high horse now, but we should all just get along. Everybody share information and love each other. And I was talking to another investigator today, and I told her I'm in it for the spirits. My number one priority is the spirits. Now, I know some people feel that it's the people, and that's my second priority. But I do feel like if a spirit is terrorizing a human for whatever reason, then obviously it's like a child, crying out for help. They need help in some kind of way. So I feel that is my purpose in the paranormal world is to help the spirit, number one, give them a voice, give them a way to communicate. And, if they need to be helped move on or whatever the case may be, um, I'm going to do that for them the best that I can. I'm not patting myself on the back, but I will say, or my team, but I will say, we've done very, very well at cleansings. We've never had any report backs that, where we've had to go back and clean up a mess of our own, but we have had to go in and clean up messes from other paranormal teams. So, I will put that out there, when you're cleansing a home, um, tread lightly, and don't leave it in the hands of the homeowner, the tenant, or whoever the client is, because sometimes just putting holy water and a cross or sage or whatever in their hand and telling them to tell it to leave does not work because they're terrified, so sometimes it takes more than that. And so I just think that, and my clock is late still. Sorry, we're going to be hearing that 5 minutes late while we're here all night. But yeah, just, remember, we all need to work together and share our experiences, share our evidence, not nitpick each other's evidence. We all have different ideas of what legitimate evidence is, and that's fine. Just like everyone's political beliefs, religious beliefs, there's room for everybody's beliefs. We just got to bring it all together collectively. Yeah, we had to, when I first ventured off into my own team, Irene, I had to go in to a pretty bad situation. There was children involved being harmed, and people waking up and finding knives on their beds and things like that. It was a pretty bad situation for that family, and I went in, and I'm not just myself, me and two other witches, went in and we did a cleansing, and the homeowner did assist us with the cleansing. And every time I've ever checked back with the family, that's been 3 years ago, and everything has been great and wonderful. Robin, I don't know if that's the case, or just like I was telling you earlier today. I had that teacher. If you don't know, I take witchcraft classes. I'm not ashamed to say it. And when I was at level 1, my one of our teachers, we were talking about, I don't know, being in the dark in the woods or something, and she said to me, a witch is never afraid to be in the dark alone because she knows she's the scariest thing out there. And I was like, fucking right. That is fucking right. So I took on that attitude, and it's definitely, when you do a cleansing, you have to have that attitude, that you're the baddest motherfucker in the room, and my team of witches that goes in to do a cleansing, we all get in that frame of mind. We also, do our self protection and all that stuff. Robin, I think it's just a matter of, everybody's different, and it's a matter of people's religious beliefs as to how they cleanse. Um, I do. I can't say that I cleanse a certain way because every situation is different. For example, the last client that we did a cleansing on, we really felt that a lot of that was the homeowner themselves, but something that there was a lot of history to the property, and I don't want to go into the details of it because I don't want to give away, too much about them. But the history of the property, we felt needed some blessings, some to pay homage, to pay respect. So we kind of went with what we felt was stuck there, and we communicated with that in those entities in a way that we felt they would understand. In that case, there was a lot of sage and sulfur, and but there was also flowers and a makeshift grave, so to speak. um it just really depends on the situation. I just kind of feel my way through it. um Catholics lack closure. Exactly, Irene, and that's, you know like, let's just say, for example, Native American. Now, I may have a spitting spot of Native American in my DNA, but I would not claim, to do any of their practices or, anything like that. But if I feel that it may be Native American land, then I have some things here that I work with, feathers. Um, I have some arrowheads. I have things that I work with to call upon those spirits and, let them know that I've come with love and that I'm just trying to bring them peace and to honor them. When it comes to Native Americans, we're very, very sensitive to the, and never ever would we ever try to remove a Native American from anywhere. We do give them an option. When we find that it's a Native American, we have a place that was loaded with Native Americans, and it still does have a lot of Native American entities there. So we do offer, if we feel that it's a restless Native American, we offer to take them to this place. And I do feel like we probably have taken one or two there. And that's right, Robin. Yeah, and we do, let our clients know. I don't come right out and say, well, we're going to do a witchy cleanse because we're in the South, and the condensation that gets labeled with that. Um, I tell them that, I say it's not Native American, but it would be that's, probably the most familiar for you to understand, that it will be much like a Native American cleansing, but we can also offer a Christian cleansing as well. And a lot of people opt for both because, like I always tell them, as far as religion goes, Christianity is the youngest religion on the planet. So what if your entity is, 4 years older than Christianity? So that the Christianity, the prayers in the Bible aren't going to mean crap to an entity that, number one, isn't Christian, or number two, that's been dead longer than Christianity's been around. So I feel like if you offer both, you're covering all bases. Right, and I've got a cousin in Michigan that her DNA is much thicker with Native American than mine, and when it comes down to it, if I feel like it's that type of entity I'm dealing with, I call upon her and I get her advice, and I'll ask and show her the tools I'm going to use, and she either tells me yay or nay. So I do kind of have someone I can reach out to if it comes to Native Americans. We're also very sensitive to the slaves of this land because, being in Alabama, there's been a lot of blood spilled on these grounds, and so we're very sensitive and cautious of that as well. You know, a lot of times, we're a different team. We don't really provoke unless we absolutely have to. We have found in 99.9% of cases, just correct me if I'm wrong, if we're patient enough, we do not have to provoke. We would rather handle them with love and respect because I think it gets you a lot farther. Even if you have one that's angry, it's kind of, you kill them with kindness, so to speak.
That's true. Typically, that's what we do.
Provoking is just not our thing. Now, if it comes to a case, where someone's being harmed or we might have to get a little bit more aggressive. But I don't have to be aggressive in investigation to be aggressive in the cleansing, if that makes sense. And that's usually where I use my aggression is for that cleansing if I'm going to have to do one. Not that we have found, Robin, but that was like I did find this out too yesterday, Jess. The property across the street was actually the original Rowe property. So the father, like not Jimmy Rowe, but his father. And Jimmy Rowe grew up, got married, bought the property across the street, and built a house. And then they did all the poisoning of the land and all that they did there. So, as far as what we've discovered out in this area, it was a lot of damn it, if you wouldn't have asked me, I could have told you. They grew something out here. What was it? We just looked that up not so long ago. I don't. When the railroads came through, that this was like a hot, heavy area for the road. Like the train came through 2 or 3 miles down the road twice a day. That was a big thing. I forget what it was they grew out here in Vincent. But like everybody flooded out here at one time, and they had thought that this was going to be the up and coming area, and it's not. It never was. We have not really metal detected this land. Um, we got a metal detector, but it's not really a great one, and we keep saying that we want to get one. I heard something. Is the dog in here snoring? So all has been pretty quiet in there now. Of course, like I said, as soon as 5 minutes before we went live, we had activity in there, and I guess we did have a couple of blips. This dog is. Was that your stomach or is that the dog? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
My honey is sitting over here in the dark with me. It would be fun to metal detect it. I got 4 acres, so come on. We still got Highway 41 to the old house. And Ron, the psychic, that I've gone to for over 35 years now, he told us years ago that we needed to use a metal detector down there. There was some kind of Confederate treasure buried. Robin said, "Hey, Leonard Wilson."
Hey, Robin.
Okay, I heard something in there, y'all. That was not anything in here. Ooh, it's the REM pod. I knew I heard something. Got a little activity going in there. I hope whoever it is at least says something in the voice recorder. That's always the most exciting for me. What about you, Irene? Tell us what kind of tools. What do you use? Do you have any tools you use, or just your own psychic abilities, or do you sit around in the dark like this and watch for lights to beep? Any other investigators out there watching who's with us? Everybody's so quiet tonight. And the dog is obviously comfortable. She is over there snoring away. Well, I wouldn't be able to hear nothing over the damn dog snoring. I was trying to listen. Can't hear nothing over the dog. We brought all the animals into this side of the house with us, and one is locked in here in the closet with us, snoring away. Um, I'll probably stay on another 25 minutes or so. We'll probably make about an hour and a half. Because tomorrow, well, today is Easter, and we're supposed to go to have lunch with the grandbabies, and we don't want everybody staying up all night watching to see if we have any lights beeping. Plus, my poor husband sitting over here, he can't sleep without the TV on. You know, he has to have his forensic files. Well, Irene, he could say I don't belong in his house, but this is my house. I thought I heard something echoing in there again. Oh, I see a shadow. Did y'all see that right in front? We'll have to timestamp that. It was about 107 something. Go back to 107.
Hotspot's red, ain't it?
It stays red, but when it flashes. Tell whose name is John. Oh, there's the REM pod. Happy Easter, everybody. That's the, Jess, correct me, but was that not the, um, temperature beep?
Hotspot.
Yep. So we got a hot spot there. The heat is not on. Oh, the spirit's name is John. We know a spirit, John, for sure. And I just heard the dog in the other room snore. I'm getting snoring in stereo. I don't know if that's the signal or what, but how that camera keeps kind of shifting out of focus. Do y'all see that too? I'm gonna mute my camera for a few minutes, y'all, so I can listen and watch. Yes, Irene. My my spirit guide is John. No, not yet, Irene. We're gonna. I'd like to listen to my voice recorder and stuff and see if we can get any kind of messages from him. Irene, my husband asked if you could try to communicate with the child that he has seen the shadows of. I don't know if y'all heard something, but just a second, I heard it just sounded like something dropped. It wasn't real loud, but just a little tap or something coming from in there. Again, my husband and I watch too many forensic files because of that. We are now sitting here talking about
Big enough trees.
big enough to where the mounds in the yard are, where we might have something buried at. And when he was having to uh, dig out that floor in there for that bathroom, we that was like a fear, finding. We did find bones, no human bones, rat, possum, some kind of bones, but thank all the gods we didn't find no human bones. Hold on, Stevie Wilson, I got you, girl. Crap, I'm knocking stuff over. The Easter Bunny on investigation. Oh, well, you're under Stevie's name, Jesse. How is one supposed to know? Did y'all know that the Easter Bunny was an Alabama fan? What are you eating in the closet, Jesse? watch people tune in tomorrow and see the freaking Easter Bunny and be like, what the fuck is that? Yes, it's an Easter investigation. Kind of hot in here. Oh. Gotta have the sound effects too, right? Jesse Wilson's over there eating Kit Kats, Reese's, and Kisses. You know you ain't supposed to be eating that stuff. That is not for you. Well, we haven't had too much activity. A little bit, not much. Hopefully, we got some stuff in the voice recorder, and of course, if we did, I'll share that information with everybody.
Does she know the little boy's name?
Irene, my husband was asking if you know the little boy's name. I think he's going to walk out there and try to communicate with him. Robin says she's sleeping with the Easter Bunny. I guess Lenny will be sleeping with the Easter Bunny tonight, too. Easter Bunny be hoeing around tonight. Irene said they go to the graves and pray for their dead relatives today. That's how they celebrate in Japan. What the hell? Why was that echoing back like that? Oh, that's why. We didn't have all the cameras muted. Um, well, I mean, Robin, literally, the Easter Bunny is sitting right here with Lenny. So, yeah. His name is Sean. Or did I hear what, Robin? The little boy is Sean. Sean. It's really hard to read the comments for the Easter Bunny. Of course, y'all hear Lenny say, take it off. Of course, he thinks I'm ridiculous, but
Creeping me out.
he said I creep him out. There's lots of ways to spell Sean. Um, Lots of ways to spell Sean, but we get the idea. Yeah, we heard the echo. We didn't have all the phones muted in the other room, so it was my feedback on them. It was kind of trippy, wasn't it? It creeped me out for a minute too. It was like, what the fuck? It was hot being the Easter Bunny, y'all. So yeah, we're coming up on a little after 1. Yeah, I remember you saying that, Irene. So yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, we're coming up after 1. Appreciate everybody joining in, tuning in tonight. I'll listen to that audio as I'm going to sleep and see if we caught anything. And again, thanks y'all for joining us. And check out all the shows on Paranormal United Network, on Prometheus Productions. our Skeleton Key shows that are on our YouTube channel, Alabama Spirit. We're on basically every night of the week, either either me and Jess or Ask Madam. So check out all the shows. We'll make sure we get the schedule up on the Skeleton Key page, the Spirit page, and everywhere where you can watch us. I'm still catching up on comments here. Right, Irene. Okay. Yeah, and we'll continue this investigation here. We'll check out, see what we got on audio. I am going to run my night vision camera through there for a few minutes before we go to bed here, and I'm seeing some kind of weird shadow or something there caught my attention. Who's here? I am under spirit. Oh, that must be Jessie Wilson under spirit now. She's saying make sure we sleep late.
Tell her make sure Jared's got breakfast in the morning. I'll be there.
Your dad, he's saying make sure Jared's got his breakfast buffet ready in the morning. He'll be there. So yeah, anyway, everybody, happy Easter. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the day tomorrow. And catch us tonight, here in less than 11 hours, something like that. Yeah, no. 20 something. 22 hours. Damn. It's late and I'm tired. 22 hours will be on Unlocked and Uncensored. Same spirit channel, same spirit place. Jared made pancakes, eggs, and grits, sausage this morning. So, and y'all remember, if you want to join in tomorrow night, it's not a hex, it's a shut your mouth trap. But that's what we're doing. Again, we're doing this for a friend. This time we really are doing for a friend. Last time we were the friend. Anyway, so y'all have a great night. Thanks for helping us watch for the man in there. And we'll see what kind of audio we got. Y'all have a great night, and we'll see you later.